Homophobic bullying happens in education, in schools all over the country. According to the statistics, 65% of young lesbian, gay and bisexual pupils suffer from it. In fact, 92% suffer verbal abuse and 41% even suffer physical abuse.
The statistics can be shocking, but the stories behind them even more so. We hit the streets of London to find out the reality behind the numbers.
Have either of you ever faced any form of homophobic bullying?
On the street, I've been walking in Soho, I've been smashed around the head with a bottle and chased into a shop before. And at school, again, I was always isolated for being gay, really.
I got beaten up a few times during school because I came out just in the last year and a lot of people disagreed with it.
On the street, people get, yelled at a lot. My friend the other day, a taxi driver, refused to pick her up because she was a lesbian.
A friend of mine a couple of weeks ago, has done, here in Soho actually. A couple of people attacked him basically on the street. At the beginning they came very friendly, and then after about 20 minutes they just probably tackled him down and got really aggressive with him.
I'm from Australia. Back home it's not as big a scene, and when there is things like said like that, it is a little bit scarier.
At school, one of the worst things is that the word gay is used as a euphemism, I guess, for a bad thing. Well, I never point it out, but you always clock it in your mind. They said it, and it does make you feel a little bit uncomfortable.
I actually left school because of it. It got too much.
To young gay people in schools who are being homophobically bullied, who are hearing words like, dyke and fag, what sort of advice would you give to them about that?
Well, I would hope that their school would have some kind of counsellor or some kind of a position in there that's sort of set up to stop bullying, and I would suggest they went to them first.
Not to be, dictated by society and change who you are at the end of the day, because you've got a lot to give, and that's that. There's laws in place, and don't let it, don't let it affect you. If someone's calling your names in the street, call the police, because, at the end of the day, they have to act on it now, and make, you need to make a point and stand up for what you believe in.
I suppose I'd say, make sure you talk to someone, don't suffer in silence.
At the end of the day, if you're gay, it's just you choose to love somebody else. It doesn't mean that, the way you approach life is anything different at all.
I just think homophobic people are very small-minded, and there's no point wasting your time or energy with them at all, so just walk on by. There's a lot more people out there in the world that will accept you and love you for who you are.
So what have we found out? The personal accounts of real experiences bring home the severity of homophobic bullying and its effects.
And why does it happen? Love is love, no matter who it's between. Homosexuality exists,
so get over it.
My son's gay. Get over it.
My mum's gay. Get over it.
Dear John, I saw that fake Facebook page that you set up, pretending to be Chris from Mr. Smith's class. You really think Chris is gay, so you posted on the wall that he thinks all the boys are fit in the PE class. As if. People really thought he had said that. Chris was gutted, everyone was laughing at him.
James in our class, just because you say he acts. You put that video on YouTube of James in our class, just because you say he acts a bit like a girl. He's a bit camp, I suppose, but I know he's good at dancing. But I don't know if that means he's gay. You called him a twinkle-toed puffer and it had 728 views. Everyone was talking about it.
Sarah in our history class came out as gay, so you started making prank calls to her pretending to be a girl and asking her out. She was telling somebody about it the other day and crying. You were always calling her a dyke and pushing her around at break. That's the first time someone said to me that they didn't like what you were doing.
Darren in our PE class is really rubbish and hates doing sports, so you thought he was gay too. You were picking on him, calling him names and laughing at him for weeks, and you even made that film on your mobile of him. It was so embarrassing, even the teacher turned away, pretending not to notice. You and some others were laughing at him when we were getting changed. I even said sorry to him about you afterwards, but he just told me to shut up.
We got our grades in maths, Steve got an A star. Why does this make him a batty boy? Just because he works hard in lessons, so you shouldn't have started them rumours on Facebook. None of the class believe it.
Remember when we were playing football and Bess got all those goals? You called her a muff diver and started sending her those horrible texts. You should think yourself lucky that her boyfriend only reported you to the head and didn't belt you. You couldn't deny it, she saved the texts. You only got a couple of detentions. I think the head was too soft on you.
What's the big deal? Joe's mum's gay and her dad left. Doesn't she have enough to deal with without you taking photos of her mum and sending them to everyone? Having a gay mum doesn't make Joe a dyke, and I'm not the only one who thinks this. I got a load of messages saying we should do something about you. And I'm not the only one who thinks this.
And just because Sarah in history is gay, you reckon her best friend Claire is gay too? And you started sending around emails of loads of jokes you made up about Claire being gay too. They're just not funny.
I'm so sick of all this. You've left me no choice. I've had to tell the teachers what's going on. We've been best mates for years, but you've changed and I don't like it. I'm not the only one. Homophobia is horrible, and it's just not funny. Haven't you noticed that since you started all this stuff, less people are hanging around with you and calling you names? No one wants to be mates with someone like that. Not even me. We've all had enough. I guess homophobia affects everyone. 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 Homophobia.